Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have Immersive Detection for NPCs. This is a mod that aims to add a bit more depth to the NPC detection system. It does this by changing NPC behaviour depending on the time of day, as well as their surroundings. As you've probably experienced firsthand, the vanilla system can lead to a bunch of weird results. You can sneak in front of an NPC and they won't see you, or if you attract their attention and they move out of range, they'll just completely ignore your existence, as if they didn't already see you. Well, the mod tries to fix those issues and make it more consistent and realistic. The day is now split up into dawn, day, dusk and night, with each time zone affecting NPCs in various ways. The mod makes changes revolving around NPC Sight and Hearing. They'll now see you from much further away during the day or in light areas. However, their vision will be more impaired at night, or if you're hiding in the shadows. It also makes it so if you stand still in darkness, it'll be hard for them to detect you, even if you're standing in their line of vision. Their ability to hear you also depends on the time of day. Just like in real life, during the day it's harder to pinpoint specific noises, especially when outside. Skyrim's wildlife is active, NPCs are speaking, moving and making all sorts of noise. So NPCs will be less likely to pinpoint your sounds during the day. However, as you'd expect, the silence of night makes it easier to detect the sound of your movements, especially when running. During dawn, NPCs will be able to hear you better than the day, but their vision is just as impaired as at night, because their eyes have yet to adjust to the rising sun. And during dusk, their ability to hear and see is in between that of day and night. So put simply, NPCs now rely more on their eyes during the day and their ears during the night. So in the vanilla game, you could run around a bandit camp during the day or at night and be detected at the same rate. But now you can run around a bandit camp during the day, but making that much noise during the night will almost definitely set off the alarm. On top of that, your sounds are easier to detect in interiors, as the sounds you make echo and because the general noise is much lower compared to the outdoors. The current weather will also play a big role. If you're in the middle of a snow or rainstorm, then it makes NPCs hearing almost completely impaired. So if there's a storm and it's nighttime, the NPC is practically blind. As I mentioned earlier, NPCs will detect you from further away, but on top of that they're now smarter in various ways. If they see or hear you, they'll now search the area more efficiently to make sure you're no longer nearby. They'll also see new light sources immediately during the night or in dark areas. So if you use mage light or light a torch, they'll immediately see what's causing it. However, they're more likely to be tricked and confused by invisibility. And finally, the mod makes Fulmer completely blind, but they can detect you through hearing or by smell if you're too close. We think it'd be great if the mod expanded a little more on different creatures, giving them night vision or maybe even expanded on the smell system. Overall, the mod undoubtedly adds more depth, but it should definitely be played around with to see if it's right for you. It's also important to note that the different time zones will have an effect regardless of your surroundings. For example, you could be in the middle of nowhere with very few sounds during the day, but an NPC's hearing will still be impaired simply because it's daytime. But this is probably one of the better systems it will get without being extremely script heavy. In terms of compatibility, you shouldn't have too many issues and is fine alongside all lighting mods. But be sure to check the optional files if you're using a mod that really darkens the nights. Also avoid similar mods like the Immersive NPCs and the Dark mod. That's all for today's Spotlight, and as always be sure to leave an endorsement on any mod you enjoy, and thanks for watching.